This program is not just about technology. It's about the values that our technology imbues. The topics that you'll hear an iSchool graduate discuss won't immediately seem as emotionally provocative or polarizing as, let's say, a drone or 3D printed guns or self-driving cars. They're much more likely to talk to you about digital privacy issues, user interface patterns, natural language processing, database architecture, and runtimes. These topics may sound cryptic in comparison to these headline issues, but just know that they have spent the last 2 years specializing in the management of the disjunction between our societal values and technological capabilities. They are the ones that stand as advocates and representatives that will really bring the management of information and translate it into a better quality of life for all of you. And for that, you should be very proud of them. They've done this by taking classes like Information Organization and Retrieval, 202, also known as XML and How to Organize Animals. They've taken classes like Social Organizational Issues of Information, 203, also known as The Internet is a Bicycle That You Can Use to Escape People You Don't Agree With. They've also taken Information Law and Policy, 205, also known as Sonia Who Will Please Stop Being Creepy. And Distributed Computing Applications and Infrastructure, 206, also known as the Big O, my God, how am I going to pass this test? And a host of other courses. And what's even more impressive is that they've congealed these new and complex topics into incredible final projects, which you can see hanging in the halls of South Hall, and I highly recommend you go and check those out. And they wouldn't have been able to do this without the amazing faculty that you see behind you today. So behind these robes and sunglasses is an indisputable powerhouse of knowledge and a never-ending cascade of assignments. Thank you for holding us to high standards. And pushing us harder than we ever would have pushed ourselves. I'd also like to thank the staff for keeping the wheels on this bus and having the patience to bear with us as we try to reserve every room in South Hall for yet another usability test. And I'd also like to thank you guys for giving me the honor to speak to you today. It really means a lot. I'd also like to thank the friends and family that are here. Mom, Dad, Matt, thank you so much. And thank you to all of the family members that have flown from around the world to be here. That is no small feat, and we really appreciate it. I also want to say a special thanks to friends. Friends are the family that you choose, and I'm very proud and happy to be looking back at a bunch of heavily robed iSchool family. And after all of this tech sorcery, we're finally getting our wizard robes. I also want to thank our IMSA presidents, Isha and Seema. In addition to the standard iSchool workload, I've watched you both juggle graduate student instructor positions, graduate student researcher positions, prestigious jobs and internships, and all of their accompanying interviews, all while putting on massive, large-scale IMSA events. Women, please, if it is one thing we are glad to be doing here today, it's to give you ladies a chance to sit down and relax. So thank you for all that you've done for our class, and please, let's give them a round of applause. So I'm glad that we're all getting a chance to relax today and enjoy the day. When I think about the last 2 years, I'm not only blown away by how quickly it all went, but also the volume and variety of work that we were able to accomplish in such a short period of time. I think everyone might agree that the iSchool is similar to trying to take a drink from a fire hose. So I'm happy to have gotten the chance to jump into the stream with you. So what's next? Life awaits. However, I kind of think that life has been happening all around us. Yes, grad school did give us the chance to hit pause on a few things, but surprisingly few. You, class of 2014, have gone through, in addition to all of your work, engagements, breakups, weddings, collectively a massive amount of international travel, pregnancies, kids, other degree programs, collectively a massive amount of home moves, startup plans, Ashley watches, kitchen floods, lost phones, a game of tag gone horribly wrong, and birds in the collab. All of this, yes, and spiders. All of this you have done while showing up every day, not letting perfect get in the way of good, and helping each other. Over the last 2 years, we've created a very important international network. a network that you should never hesitate to draw upon. If it's one thing that we've learned, it's probably that networks require maintenance, and that we should not let months or years go by without contacting each other. We will all need each other. You are now graduating into the position of an information advocate. It's up to us to hold each other accountable for more than just making money. It's up to us to ask each other the question, hey, how's that new project going? What makes you excited about it? But also, how are you contributing to something meaningful, something that you care about? How are you moving the needle on something significant? Now, I'm not saying we all have to go build Sahais and WordCrafts. And for some of you, meaningful won't happen in the next year or even 3. I want and fully expect you to go and win over San Francisco or whatever city you land in, and to take the time to establish yourselves as leaders. Finding a project or position with meaning may take a while, and that's okay. It's okay to take a while. Ooh, it's also okay. It's below average. But as information advocates, you should expect to encourage and support each other in the quest for meaning, because it won't always be easy. When you bring up a socio-technical implication of a design feature, you may be accused of slowing down a project. When you raise a question about the legality of a particular line of code, you may be seen as overreaching your role. And when you try to lead teams into places where they have never been led before, you may be seen as a little bit out there. And at times you may feel lonely, like no one gets it. But success or setbacks, you have about 60 friends here that get the importance of the issues that you care about. It's safe to say that we get it. And it's safe to say that we have your back. But yes, we do expect you to speak up about the critical design issues that you encounter, or preferably, the critical design issues that you lead teams to seek out. It's not going to be easy, but over the last 2 years, thanks to all of the work that you've put in, you are more than ready and qualified to do this. Many of these graduation speeches end with, "We did it." And yes, we did do it. But let's end this with a collective expectation and agreement that we're going to keep doing this. That we're going to keep representing these values and principles. I've seen what you are all capable of over the last 2 years, and I cannot wait to see the great things that you'll do next. Thank you.